Time to try Sly. Good cop. Sly cop.
They'd run the classic good cop, sly cop interrogation. Luca and Rollo ducked behind a barrel, leaving Beck to her task.
Oh. Beck's the one that does Sly cop.
With a few
That's
crisp
funny.
snaps, she roused Mr. Tolliver.
What? What's going on here? You're that Modewell girl. Please, call me back. Sorry about all this.
Mr. Tolliver looked down and shifted a bit, testing his restraints.
Seems that there's been a mix-up. You see, I'm down here for the same reason you are. Juniper sent you here?
Beck caught herself before letting the surprise manifest on her face. She'd already gotten him to reveal his relation to Gran. This was going to be easy.
You know how Juniper is with her precautions. Operation Sparkplug has us all on edge. I guess she thought you needed some backup. She sent a child? A better way to avoid prying eyes. Who would suspect a kid? I suppose that makes sense.
Mr. Tolliver wriggled a bit in his restraints.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Beck quickly removed the ropes.
That had to be uncomfortable. A little, yeah. But you understand. You never know who to trust in this town.
Mr. Tolliver rubbed the growing knot on his forehead.
Very true. So it turns out we're both here to...
Beck twirled her hand, as if to prompt Mr. Tolliver to finish her thought.
destroy the evidence.
Beck shook her head and clicked her tongue.
Yep, the old gal is nothing if not thorough.
Mr. Tolliver let out an amused huff in agreement.
She sure is. Can't blame her, though. If anyone were to find out that we're going to destroy the source, well, we both know how bad that might be. No one will know anything once I finish cleaning things up down here.
Beck was on a roll now, playing Mr. Tolliver like a fiddle.
You sure you can finish this up on your own? Juniper trusted me for a reason. You can leave the rest to me. Good. There's one more loose end I'll go work on. Loose end? Oh, it's nothing, really. The other day I had the radio on scan while restocking the candy shelf. Wouldn't you know it, I intercepted an odd phrase in Perennial Harvest transmission. Underground secrets. That's ominous. I think it might be a password, but Juniper dismissed it. Said it wasn't mission critical. What's the password for? We don't know. So we have a password and nowhere to put it. It's gotta mean something, right? Good thinking. You should probably go work that out. I've got this under control. That's a relief. Between you and me, this basement gives me the willies.
Heading for the stairs, Mr. Tolliver hesitated and turned to Beck with a puzzled look. She grinned and gave him a peppy wave. With a shrug, he continued up the stairs, whistling a jaunty tune.
You guys catch that? Sure did. This whole time Mr. Tolliver's had a candy shelf. But all he ever sells us is apples.
Beck blinked slowly in disappointment.
The password, Rollo. Oh, sure, but once things are back to normal, I'll be having a word with Mr. Tolliver about that candy shelf. Fine. In the meantime, I've got an idea.
She turned to the table and began tearing small scraps of paper.
He said he heard a password on the radio. Any good spy transmission is never what it seems.
Beck marked each scrap of paper and leaned back.
We just need to find the hidden meaning.
Okay. What's another word for underground? Buried, covered. Could it be cover up? Could it be a cover up?
Maybe it's one of those each letter is a number thingies. So U would be 21, N would be 14, D would be... Ooh, it's an anagram. Nuncreed's drugstore.
Luca and Beck looked at Rollo with amazement.
Whoa.
Rollo, that was incredible. Well, it's either that or Kren's nude rug store. Yeah, I think you were right the first time. How did you do that? What can I say? I love ciphers. Well, I guess we know where to go next. Ooh. Nice. Just do a nice little circle.
It's so late.
Oh. Nah. You scared me half to death.
Sorry.
You kids haven't seen Mr. Tolliver around, have you?
Nope.
He's got me waiting around like the last slice of pie. I swear that man would be late to his own funeral. Let me be at the podium. I've got important things to say. Oh, wait. Time to check. Nope.
Luca read them.
Nothing new yet. Let us in. You're late, Augustus. Sorry, sister. Just got up with work. Work? You? And a few more details to lock down for the festival. Oh, what do you have to report? What is this Insipid Town festival really about? I think
Gus looked around nervously.
Mr. Kerr really does just want to do something good for the town. He's actually a pretty nice guy. You should spend some time with him. I didn't pull strings installing you as mayor so that you could make friends. Your job is to help me figure out what Kerr and Perennial Harvest's true intentions are with this town. We have a responsibility. This is our father's town. Was. Excuse me? This was our father's town. He's gone, Eris. He isn't coming back. Father left us with nothing but problems. Mr. Kerr came here and offered to help us. We accepted that help. We didn't agree to them turning Father's warehouse into a toxic dumping ground. This is just a temporary arrangement. The glow can be seen from our damned backyard. They're dumping their nasty little secrets on us. All this inevitably goes wrong. Who do you think will be blamed?
Eris's cry hung in the air.
We have a new choice to make now, sister. Town is going to change whether we like it or not. Are we going to choose to be a part of that future, or be forgotten in the past? It's a shame. Father named you Augustus, but you will always just be a Gus. Good night, Eris. I'll see you at breakfast tomorrow. It's getting late, children. You are dang durnin' right. Better go to Nuncreed's. Fair point. Wait. Knowledge, he spat with a sneer. There exists a gulf between knowing something and being able to do a darn thing about it. I do hate it when the villain makes a good point. Just check and see if there's any other directions. Couple good hits. Alright. Anything up in the diner area? Nope. None creeds, here we come. Oh, what's Solomon doing here?
Solomon stood proudly at the entrance to the drugstore, holding a brown bag overflowing with black licorice.
Hey, Solomon. We're looking for Mr. Nuncreed. Is he still in there?
I'm afraid not. And where'd you get the candy from? You might say we have an agreement, an arrangement.
Solomon shoveled a surprising amount of licorice into his mouth.
Sometimes it's the small pleasures in life. Though we might not always have family to rely on. Licorice has never let me down.
Well, I can't say licorice would be my first choice. But whatever floats your boat.
You can tell a lot about a person by their choice of confection.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
I like sour gobs. I'm certain you do.
I always wondered why Mr. Nuncreed kept licorice in stock. You must eat enough of it to make it worthwhile.
There are many ways to earn loyalty. For some, it's as easy as cold hard cash. Well, he's right. It's locked. There's gotta be more clues.
Okay, let's see.
It's the telephone booth, isn't it?
Have you ever seen anyone actually using this thing?
Besides Mr. Nuncreed? No.
Beck cupped her hands on the glass to peek inside.
That is not a normal phone booth. It's got like a blinky keypad.
Why would there be a blinky keypad?
Quinn's Nude Rug Store. I mean, underground secrets. The password.
Beck flung open the door and they all squeezed in.
Alright, let's see here.
Luca cracked his knuckles and entered the letters into the keypad.
Underground. Secrets.
Sounds like that did something. Great. Now what?
I guess we...
The inside of the phone booth dropped loose from its shell. Without even the space to panic, they closed their eyes, held their breath, and accepted their fate. Suddenly, the chaotic descent slowed to an effortless landing. It was unclear where they ended up, but at least it was solid ground. The air was stagnant and smelled vaguely of chlorine.
I knew it. You knew that there was a secret hub full of strange tubes under the phone booth? Of course I did. Didn't I say that?
No.
I definitely thought it. Luca, do you remember when I said how cool it would be if the trans-dimensional conduits from Hank Atomic issue number 12 were real?
Rolo, at one point or another, you've said that about every technology ever discussed it in Hank Atomic.
That's why I'm such a good predictor. Looks like each of these has something written on them. Ooh, the broken one.
This suit has been this suit has a broken mask.
So, have we found our mystery warehouse creeper?
We've at least found their hazmat suit.
If it walks like an Nuncreed and talks like an Nuncreed.
Let's not jump to conclusions.
Just saying.
Mining Operations Alpha.
guys have mines here? Not that I know of.
This town is all farms and fertilizer.
And a series of tubes. Pa always said you can only trust a miner up to the point when they hit gold. Not sure how that wisdom applies in this exact situation. That's the thing about Pa. You don't always realize what he means until it's too late.
Perennial Harvest main office.
That's where my mom works. What does she do? Science stuff?
Is she involved in all of this?
We just moved here. How could she be involved?
True. Valentine Fertilizer Warehouse.
Isn't that where you almost got snatched?
Yeah. Why would Perennial Harvest have a tube going to the old Valentine warehouse?
It's starting to feel like something big.
That's a lot of buttons.
Stand aside, Earthlings. I've read enough Hank Atomic to know my way around sci-fi tech.
Rollo's hands hovered over the field of blinking buttons.
Eeny, meeny, miny. Rollo, what did you do? Nothing. I didn't even mow yet. What was that?
Hide!
Where? There's nothing but weird tubes down here. Just get back. Poop.
Poop.
Poop. Awesome. You all need to come with me now.
We aren't going anywhere with you.
Not until we get some answers. Mr. Underground Secrets. I told them it was an absurd password, but they love anything that makes them feel clever.
They who?
That's no matter. I can keep you hidden until after the festival. I might be able to save your skins.
We don't care about our skins.
Hold on now, I like my skin.
This all stops now, Nancreed.
Joseph waited for a moment in silence.
You sound just like him.
Who?
Walt.
You don't get to talk about my dad.
You know, your father and I were friends back before.
He gestured toward the strange tubes.
All of this.
That's a lie.
It's true. I used to bounce you on my knee. What happened? Same thing that always happens. Reality, complications, life. We were a team, Walt and I. An idealistic doctor and a bright-eyed pharmacist. Both hell-bent on helping folks. So you were his sidekick? No. We were partners. He helped the patients, and I helped him. Yep, total sidekick.
Nuncreed let out a growl of a sigh.
Luca, I need you to know this. I need someone to know this. One day, Sharper Valentine comes to us. Says he's got an opportunity. He'd found something he didn't quite understand. And he was willing to pay us handsomely to help him understand it.
And my dad said no?
Your father and I both believed in helping people. But the thing I could never get him to understand was it's a lot easier to help others if you help yourself now and then. Classic sidekick into villain plotline. Walt loved being righteous almost more than he loved his family. He was wrong about one thing, though. When he begged me not to take Valentine's offer, he said, "Joseph, if a person says yes one time to Sharper Valentine, he'll make sure they keep on saying yes to him until the day he's dead and gone."
He shook his head wistfully.
Sharper's long gone, but he's still got me saying yes. Is there a point to this sob story? Not really, no. Just an old man trying to delay what needs doing.
Nuncreed took a menacing step towards the children.
I tried to keep you safe. I tried to keep you and Juniper out of this. But you forced my hand.
Luca began to laugh.
What?
You really don't know? My gran isn't out of this. She's been scheming right under your nose.
Juniper? Seems like she's planning on crashing the town's party. She's going to disrupt the festival. Why would she?
The color drained from Nuncreed's face.
How does she know? Apparently she knows a lot of things. What?
Let's just say this isn't the only underground lair we've busted into today.
And honestly, hers is way cooler. She's got maps and explosives and bad intentions, big man.
Nuncreed grabbed Luca by the shoulders. His eyes were frantic.
You need to tell me what she's going to do right now. She doesn't understand what it is she's messing with. Tell me now. She's in danger, boy.
I don't know. Get a map with a mark on the fountain in town square.
The fountain? But why would...
A jolt of realization struck Mr. Nuncreed.
She knows about the source? What the heck is the source? If she tries to destroy the source, it could catalyze and... Dear God, she's gonna freeze us all. You all need to run. Run where? Away. As far away from this town as you can get. Head west and don't look back.
What? Why did he leave?
He's gonna try to go fix the problem.
What does that lead to again?
I think the underground mines.
Hmm.
That did not go how I expected. So... we're totally following him, right?
Totally.
See you on the other side.
No. You good?
Yep.
Soup.
I love this town.
Nope.
Chapter 8. The Cold, Hard Truth. Beck leapt up, allowing the suction to yank her into the dark. Dimness eclipsed around her like the shutter of a camera as she seemed to cover great distance in mere moments. Her only points of reference were glints of upcoming turns, which approached with frightening speed, only to carom her gracefully along.
Carom? I haven't seen that word before.
She heard the tinny, distant echoes of Rollo's glee. Once she stopped fighting against it, the ride was impossibly smooth. Then, all of a sudden, as if minutes had passed in an instant, light blazed into view. A burst of wintry air snuffed across her face, and she was flung out into the cold.
Oh no.
Eh? That was...
intense.
yeah. I think I might have parted with some fluids in there. Any idea where we are?
Somewhere cold.
Doesn't look like it got on any of us.
It didn't feel like we traveled that far.
So where did it all go? This place sucks. Would anyone ever want to blow something up out here?
The only way, or only one way to find out, I suppose. we gotta catch up to Nuncreed. I think he went this way. Where are the footsteps?
Yeah, right? He was just here?
Yeah, like right in front of Rolo.
Look at this. Look. This is...
This almost looks like...
Yeah, it looks like your house.
Yeah.
Like, and here's the...
grave.
Yeah. This is weird. It's almost like a different dimension.
Mm-hmm. And this would be your house. Right here. Like up there. Looks like we aren't getting back that way.
Here's Beacon Pine's sign.
This looks...
Familiar. Yeah. Maybe we can clear off the snow.
No time. Nuncreed's getting away.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, this is starting to feel really familiar.
May not be the most well-versed on all things Beacon Pines, but this does look like some sort of frozen replica of town. Ah, I got it. It's so obvious now. Mr. Nuncreed is an alien.
Rolo.
Stick with me here. His species can only live in sub-zero temperatures. Oh boy, here we go. The source is their base camp dimension, so naturally they keep it cold. We found it by traveling through those metallic wormholes back there. Final objective, kill us all and shapeshift into a Beacon Pine citizen of their choosing. You never really had me, but you very much lost me there.
You get used to it. We should keep moving.
Let's see. What goodies can we find? Mr. Sinclair isn't up here.
Yeah.
As they rounded the corner to the frozen town square, they spotted Mr. Nuncreed inching cautiously toward a pit at its center. He held his arms out gingerly, as if approaching a beast in the wild. Upon closing the distance, Luca recognized what Nuncreed was after. Gran stood confidently at the edge, one arm outstretched over the abyss. Nearby, a wheelbarrow had been emptied out. She held a lit torch, which flickered in the bitter wind.
Juniper, I don't know what you think you're doing. I assure you this is not going to solve anything. If you drop that, you've doomed this whole town. Oh, it wasn't me who doomed this town. I've been watching you, Joseph. I know what you've done. You and your co-conspirators.
Gran? What's happening?
Luca, you and your friends need to leave right this moment.
Mr. Nuncreed turned back toward the kids, desperation in his eyes.
Listen to your grandma, Luca. This is between me and Juniper.
Rollo and Beck held steadfast in awe. Luca approached closer. Mr. Nuncreed spun back toward Gran, his voice growing louder.
You've got it all wrong, Juniper. Just hand over that torch. You don't understand what you're doing. How could I possibly trust you to do the right thing? Walt told me everything. He trusted you, and you betrayed that trust. This is your mom?
Really?
Just wondering, like if she got hit with goo, she turned old.
Oh, yeah.
Luca, did you know that this man's entire life is a lie? Or for him, your father might still be alive.
Mr. Nuncreed winced with anguish. His voice hardened.
That is not true.
They both now yelled, not to each other, but at fate itself, making their peace with long-held burdens. The wind howled with encouragement.
Walt was like a brother to me. We just had different ideas about how to effect change. Very convenient that your way just happened to line your pockets. No, that's not fair.
They menaced at each other, both catching their breath. The moment balanced on a knife's edge.
And then we run up and kick someone in the shin.
Amid a blur of emotions and memories, Luca's mind flooded with questions. The wind calmed, as if to give him the stage.
Oh.
And in the stillness, he began to weep. It was all just too much. Falling to his knees, Luca whimpered softly. The tears crystallized as they hit the snow. Gran stared at Luca for a moment with warm sympathy, remembering why this was all necessary.
This'll all make sense soon, Luca. And everything can go back to normal. I promise.
She stiffened up and brandished the torch at Mr. Nuncreed.
You can't hide behind those people any longer, Joseph. Once their precious source is destroyed, we'll see where their loyalties fall. Juniper, don't.
Ignoring his final plea, Gran flung the torch into the deep darkness. She smiled and exhaled in relief. Mr. Nuncreed moaned in resignation. The torch echoed as it ricocheted down the hole, punctuated with a thunderous thud.
You see, Joseph, I've learned one very important lesson in life. If you want things to change, then you must be willing to.
Before Gran could finish, the ground shook her to silence.
Oof.
Gran only had time to spin around and run to Luca. Her attempt to shield him, an honorable but trifling act. Unflinching love, pitted against an unthinking horror, there was no contest. Her warm embrace froze in an instant. That is where they remain, fixed in place, forever. And so, our story ends on this melancholy scene. In a town brought low by its secrets, sits the frozen statues of a misguided band of meddlers.
Oh.
The end. Well, that was dire. On the bright side, we finally figured out where all the ice is coming from. Now, we just need to find a way to deal with a mystic, unfathomable force of nature.
Now we have run away. Seems like there's going to be more to this, because there's a little branch growing up.
But maybe next time.
Bye-bye!
Bye-bye.